one of the Republican candidates for the White House, bringing his campaign to South Florida today.
Former New Jersey governor and former Trump advisor Chris Christie, speaking at a town hall today, and Local 10's Glenna Milberg is live with this message to voters. Glenna.
You know what's so interesting about watching Chris Christie on the campaign trail? He literally will talk to anyone about anything, any topic, right off the cuff. That's what he did today. And it's definitely a factor that he came to Miami and he squarely took on the Florida men in this contest, especially Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. And that was very evident. Plain talking, no filter, former New Jersey governor shows up in what has squarely been Trump-DeSantis territory.
Hey, good to see you.
Chris Christie picked two Cuban-American restaurants for morning and afternoon events, fielded a variety of policy questions, and the news that a memo for Ron DeSantis' debate prep advises him to defend Trump and, quote, hammer Vivek Ramaswamy.
And I think that it's kind of silly to be running against Donald Trump and your strategy is to defend him in his absence. Sounds to me like you're more interested in being his vice president.
Buoyed by a new second-place polling in New Hampshire and prepping for Wednesday night's first debate, Christie spent more hours than his staff probably wanted schmoozing with the politically diverse audience who seemed receptive to this conservative governor who's run a blue state.
We got to be willing to take on the beast of government spending. And I want to set up educational freedom accounts in this country. We will clean up the crime in these cities.
Christie is a candidate who stays for and answers every question on any topic, and at this moment in time, as a former U.S. attorney, embraces the Trump takedown.
Whether you believe what he did was criminal or not is much less important than the idea that the conduct is awful and beneath, in my view, the office of the president.
Not long after leaving here today, the news started to bubble up that Donald Trump has decided not to be at Wednesday night's debate and instead do a televised talk with a conservative cable talk host. That's something he's certainly done before, trying to steal his own spotlight away from the rest of the crowd. Meanwhile, Chris Christie, who is a conservative governor 2 times of a very blue state, he's coming off, he's telling everybody, look, I'm pro-Second Amendment, I'm pro-life, I'm very conservative, but I can do the conciliation, I can do the compromise, I can do the consensus. He talked a lot of the issues that you will hear from our one-on-one that we will be airing on This Week in South Florida, which airs on Local 10 at 11:30 Sunday morning. So I hope you will join us then. I'm Glenna Milberg, live in Miami today, Local 10 News.
As we always do.